afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's right. Last chance to get your poinsettia and Christmas cactus questions answered today.
That's right. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be along later on taking your plant and garden questions. We'll let you know when to call in. But first, here's what's making news on this Wednesday. It's the first day for a new COVID-19 tracking app in Wisconsin that could let you know if you've been around someone who tested positive.
People have a lot of questions about the news of a new COVID-19 variant you've probably heard about. We'll answer some of those questions and we'll bust some myths.
And is the federal stimulus bill in doubt? Why President Trump says he may not sign it. Of course, the other big story here in the Midwest is a snowstorm moving through parts of Minnesota and even parts of western Wisconsin.
On your left is a live look at Grand Rapids in northern Minnesota. It's blizzard conditions there, and it's been coming down all day.
On your right is the Stillwater Lift Bridge, just a few miles north of Hudson, Wisconsin. Rain shifted to snow earlier there this afternoon, and roads are starting to get messy. On the other hand, if you take a look around southern Wisconsin today, just the opposite, almost 50 degrees. But Santa's going to feel at home as the weather progresses. Chris Reese is out in the backyard, getting cold out there.
Yeah, the wind that's picking up right now is a wind of change, and temperatures are getting ready to drop in a big way. I want to start with what's going on in the Twin Cities. I know a lot of folks have family up there. Maybe you plan to travel up there, and I'm going to tell you, right now is just not the time. Heavy snow coming down. They're getting 2-inch-per-hour snowfall rates with this, in addition to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So we're going to see some similar wind gusts even down here in south central Wisconsin. I don't know if you all can hear that. It is incredibly windy out here on the patio, and the temperature just continues to drop. We don't have any showers coming down right now, but the colder air, that's certainly working its way on in. Yesterday, I made you a promise, and that was that temperatures today would be a lot warmer than 24 hours ago. Well, my promise today is that tomorrow is going to be tremendously colder than where we're seeing those temperatures right now. A little bit of sun out there. We're at 42 degrees. Wind sustained out of the south and west at 10, but they are getting ready to change direction. Our temperature continues to drop. 30s are showing up just to our north and west. This is just incredible listening to the wind right now. 44-mile-per-hour wind gusts showing up in Lone Rock. Our wind gusts in Madison right around 30 miles per hour. Things will just continue to get windy as we go throughout tonight. We're going to be down around 30 by 8 o'clock, into the 20s by 10. We're going all the way down to 10 degrees for those overnight lows. And the weather pattern between now and the end of the year does look active with the potential big storm system by the time we get you towards the New Year's Day holiday. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that coming up.
All right, Chris, hang on. Thank you.
Will do.
If you're planning from I-94 near Moorhead, Minnesota. A Minnesota state trooper shared this video this morning of how low the visibility is out on the roads. High winds are causing that snow to blow around on the roadways. In other news today, if you have an iPhone, you probably saw a different notification today. It alerted users about Wisconsin's new COVID-19 contact tracing app.
Android users, it's in your app store. The app is completely voluntary, but Naomi Coles reports it could be a crucial tool over the coming holiday season.
The app's usefulness will depend on the numbers, but as one expert explained to me today, it's not so much about everybody having it, it's about making sure that everybody in your social network has it. And as we head into the holidays, it's a vital conversation to have with your friends and family in the next few days.
It really has to be adopted one person at a time and really within social networks. So if you opted in this morning, I did as well. The next couple of days and the holidays are upon us, we should have conversations with our friends and family and say, are you going to opt in? And if everybody within a network is opted in, that's good.
The app doesn't collect or use any of your private data. It uses Bluetooth signals and anonymous random IDs to figure out who's been in close contact with a positive test. I set it up myself today, and I'll be walking you through the process, how to use it, and why it's both important and safe tonight at 6.
Naomi, thank you. We'll see you then. Outside the state capitol, a group constructed a paper chain this morning with a link for every person who has died from COVID-19 in Wisconsin. It stretches over 800 feet across the Capitol steps. The group is protesting what they called inaction and obstruction by Wisconsin Republican legislative leaders during the pandemic. The chain was given to Democratic Representative-elect Francesca Hong, who will then take it to Wisconsin Republican Speaker Robin Vos and incoming Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu.
67 more people have lost their lives to COVID-19 in Wisconsin. That pushes the state total to more than 4,700. 9 of those deaths were reported in Dane County today. While the state's new daily case count remains steady, the state is still seeing thousands more sick people each day. More than 2,500 people tested positive within the last day or so. Travel in and out of the UK is largely shut down over the holidays due to a mutant strain of COVID-19.
But the U.S. has not issued a ban on travel from the UK. Experts say this different variant of the virus is up to 70% more infectious. Amanda Quintana has details on what this means in the States. Amanda?
Yes, well, although doctors think that this strain is more contagious, there's just not enough data yet to say if it makes you more sick. Now, mutations are normal. There are different mutations of a virus. The genetic sequences of a virus changes over time, so that is all normal. Wisconsin's Department of Health Services has not found that strain in Wisconsin, but they are continuing to look for it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not in the U.S. or in Wisconsin, for that matter.
Mutations happen all the time. They don't necessarily cause changes in the virus. This one is worth keeping a note on because, like I said, there's those mutations in that spike protein that are causing it to bind more tightly to that receptor on the cell and allow the virus to get into the cells easier.
Pfizer could develop a new version of its vaccine in 6 weeks if needed, but the drug maker believes the current vaccines being given to health workers here at UW and across the country will be effective against this new strain. Now, even though it is a new strain, we fight it the same way. You continue to wear a mask and you continue to social distance, especially during the Christmas holiday.
Amanda, thank you. The intensifying spread of the virus is not slowing end-of-the-year travel. Many people are ignoring warnings from public health experts and heading out for the holidays. Compared to a year ago, far fewer people are traveling by air, but with less flights now available, the planes are often full. Governor Andrew Cuomo today called on the federal government to take action following the discovery of that new and more infectious COVID strain in Europe that Amanda was just talking about. Dr. Anthony Fauci believes if the vaccination effort goes according to plan, life could start to return to normal by this summer.
We could have 70 to 85% of the population vaccinated. When that occurs, there will be an umbrella of protection over the entire country that their level of virus will be so low that you will essentially been able to establish herd immunity.
Dr. Fauci said he hopes that big events like weddings can safely resume by July. An update tonight on the deadly F-16 plane crash earlier this month. Captain Leslie Westmont with the State Department of Military Affairs says they have moved into phase 2 of the investigation. She says it will take about 30 days to complete. Air Force Captain Durwood Hawk Jones of Albuquerque, New Mexico, was assigned to Madison's Truax Field Air National Guard Base in Madison. His jet crashed earlier this month in a remote part of Michigan's Upper Peninsula during a routine training exercise. Today, President-elect Biden presented his pick for Education Secretary. The president-elect says he wants schools reopened during his first 100 days in office, and he vowed to call on Congress to make that happen.
But right now, lawmakers are dealing with the chaotic fallout after President Trump demanded changes to the recently passed COVID stimulus bill. Skylar Henry is at the White House with more.
President-elect Joe Biden emphasized his plans to reopen schools while introducing his Education Secretary nominee, Miguel Cardona.
Early next year, I will put forward before the Congress our plan as to what comes next. but I assure you it includes funding to keep educators on the job.
The former public school teacher and principal currently serves as Connecticut's education commissioner.
It shouldn't take a pandemic for us to realize how important teachers are for this country.
In a surprise move, President Trump is now demanding lawmakers revise the $900 billion COVID relief package it passed this week.
Amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple.
Moments after the president tweeted his demands, congressional Democrats responded in overwhelming agreement. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tweeted, "At last, the president has agreed to $2,000. Democrats are ready to bring this to the floor." But in order to do that during Thursday's pro forma session, Pelosi would need the cooperation of House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. The president's demand for the changes has caused a split with some members of his party. Senator Rand Paul on Fox News Channel.
Most working Americans don't need a check right now. It's a really foolish, egg-headed, left-wing socialist idea to pass out free money to people.
Without the provisions in that bill, millions of Americans will lose their federal unemployment benefits the day after Christmas. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And President Trump has also vetoed the 2021 defense bill, which Congress overwhelmingly passed over a week ago. Lawmakers are expected to return to Washington next week for an override vote.
Well, still to come at 4, they are the Lionhearts, nurses on the front line during the pandemic.
We've been honoring some top nurses featured in this month's Madison magazine. Today's story's coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer, standing in the struggle, hustling through the hurt, asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist-recommended skincare brand.
When they're sick, they get comfortable anywhere and spread germs everywhere. Wherever they rest, protection. Nothing kills more viruses, including the COVID-19 virus, on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Unity Point Health presents things you need to know about healthcare workers. They're real people just like us. They have houses and families, and they like to eat spaghetti. At least I bet they like to eat spaghetti. They care for everybody, even people they don't know. They might worry about getting sick, their family, their patients. Tell them thank you by wearing a mask and social distancing. Thank you, healthcare workers. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. Jobless claims improved more than expected, and that sent most stocks higher. The Dow Industrials added 114 points, closing at 30,129. The Nasdaq, however, fell 36. The S&P 500 was up 2 3/4. Well, all week here on Live at 4, we've been honoring those on the front lines in the fight against COVID-19. Every nurse in our community went above and beyond the call of duty this year to help others.
We all remember how sudden the COVID-19 pandemic came over us, and UW nurse Brittany Nesbitt is no exception. Friday, the 13th, back in March of this year, is a day she'll never forget.
And actually, it was Friday, March 13th. We were all standing at the Digestive Health Center talking about how COVID-19 was going to essentially impact us. And on Sunday, March 15th, we all got a call from our manager saying that the Digestive Health Clinic would actually be shut down, and we were to report here to learn how to test employees for COVID-19.
Here is a tent UW Health set up in Middleton, the COVID tent they called it, to test people for the coronavirus. At first, there were a lot of questions and a lot of fear.
I think that in the country in general, in March, we didn't know a lot about this virus. And so being from an outpatient setting at the Digestive Health Clinic to all of a sudden you're on the front lines, we were all a little taken by surprise. And yeah, there was a lot of fear, a lot of tears, a lot of scared.
And a lot of adjusting and a lot of precautions.
So as nurses and techs, especially at the Digestive Health Center, we're very used to wearing PPE. We wear PPE in all of our procedures. However, when we reported here, the PPE that they had for us was actually leftover PPE from Ebola.
But this was COVID, and extra precautions had to be taken. Nurses and techs in the tent were told they'd be wearing a full hazmat suit. It's called full Tyvek. It's not something most nurses usually wear. Fortunately, Brittany has experience wearing Tyvek at a previous job working with the smallpox vaccination.
When this all came about and everyone was really scared and didn't really know how to put it on, how to take it off, I really jumped in and kind of showed people, like, it's okay. There's a way to do this. It's not as hard as it looks. And all of the staff was really receptive and jumped right in. I think the first time we actually stepped foot in the tent, we had like 12 to 15 people that jumped to the occasion and came out here to swab the first few patients.
And lead she did through some very uncertain and challenging times. Brittany learned you just have to go with the flow.
I think that healthcare in general makes you predisposed to being able to make those adjustments at a really quick pace. And I think that we had a really amazing team that was willing to switch at the drop of a hat. And all of the team members just rolled with it. Every punch that we took, every kick that they took, the heaters are out, the air conditioning is out, we've had power go out, we've had all those things. And the team was really just great about rolling with all of those things. There's a really team atmosphere here that's really awesome to be a part of. Although it's something I never wanted to be a part of, I'm very grateful for the experience and the teamwork that I felt in this tent.
This all started in the cold of early spring, and now the cold has returned, and Brittany and her team know the work is far from over.
It's not warm out here. This isn't easy work. We will show up here every day of every week until we don't have to anymore. And if the only thing you do for us is wear your mask and stay apart and socially distance, that would be awesome.
Speaking of awesome, Brittany sure is. Since the COVID tent in Middleton closed for the winter, Brittany returned to the Digestive Health Center. She's also helping out at the UW's new testing site on John Wall Drive on the east side. Brittany has recently accepted a position with the clinical staff education team. She was so impressed with all of their education efforts related to COVID. She'll be starting her new role in the middle of January, so she'll continue to be a leader in the fight against COVID. A News 3 Now special presentation on all of the winners and nearly 60 nominees will be rebroadcast Christmas Day at 5 p.m. Well, this is the time of year when we look back at the year gone by.
CNN's Jeannie Mose looks back at 2020 as only Jeannie Mose can. That's coming up after Chris's forecast.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you. My lovely daughter.
You're up early.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
What happens when you combine a girl's best friend with her favorite aphrodisiac? VIAN chocolate diamonds. So exquisite you can almost taste it. Only VIAN creates jewelry with chocolate diamonds. Uniquely set in strawberry gold, these rare diamonds are melting hearts the world over. Just remember to indulge responsibly.
Available now at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
To your teachers.
in that spirit of giving.
Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay
Is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Well, take a look at this. There's nothing like a good demolition video, and let me tell you, this one's a doozy. Aerial drones captured these spectacular images as explosions took down 3 massive stacks in northern Arizona. They were part of the Navajo Generating Station, the largest coal plant in the West. The plant stopped operating in November of 2019. Since then, contractors have worked for most of the year to decommission it. The massive plume of smoke from the stacks was so big it was able to be seen by satellites in space. Why do we love watching stuff being blown up? I don't know. That's pretty cool, though. All right.
Some wild stuff there.
You're going to blow up our weather here.
Well, things are certainly blowing around outside if you didn't tie them down, that's for sure. Strong wind gusts coming through, a big temperature change coming through, maybe even a couple of snowflakes getting ready to come through. That full forecast coming up.
When you have zero worries and zero stress, there are 0 reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Hey! Yeah? I switched to GEICO and got more. More savings on car insurance? They helped with homeowners, too. Okay. Plus, motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance. GEICO's got you covered. Like a blanket.
Houston, you seeing this?
GEICO. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Charlie's my sidekick when it comes to projects around the house. But every once in a while, she disappears on me. Dad! You are so fast.
I discovered a new land with magical creatures.
Was it under the porch?
Yep.
ugh, I'll never see everything she sees. That's why we use new Tide Hygienic Clean. It gets between fibers to remove visible and invisible dirt.
Hey, Dad! I discovered an aquatic kingdom!
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Are you ready to start a meaningful career? The Wisconsin Department of Health Services has options to fast-track caring individuals into the healthcare field. Accelerated training will help you find work where you want with a flexible schedule. Start your career in healthcare. Work in hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living facilities in your community. It's easy. Go to dhs.wi.gov/new career. Fast-track your career today.
When you have zero worries and zero regrets, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and use the 2021 Atlas V6 SE Tech 4 Motion today. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The weather is doing what the Midwest does on this December evening already. A powerful storm working its way through parts of the upper Midwest, including northwestern Wisconsin. And the purple winter weather advisories from Rhinelander through Eau Claire up near Duluth, Superior. That's where we have winter storm warnings. The Twin Cities upgraded to a blizzard warning earlier on this afternoon. A full-fledged blizzard taking place there, 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, in addition to snowfall rates of about 1 to 2 inches per hour. So if you have family this direction, I'm sure you're hearing about it. If you plan on traveling this direction, not tonight. You're just going to have to wait because the weather is absolutely awful in terms of travel in that part of the country. We've been quiet. The sunshine came out. Temperatures warmed up into the low 50s and melted away all the snow pretty much that we had on the ground. So there goes our chance of a white Christmas. But the colder air, that is certainly on the way. Yesterday I made you a promise that we'd be warmer than we were yesterday, and well, sure enough, here we are. Tomorrow's promise is that we're going to be colder and a lot colder. Check out Sioux Falls, 43 degrees colder than at this exact same time yesterday. But here comes the colder air. 21 in Minneapolis, 42 here, 50 in Rockford, 56 over in Milwaukee. Let's take you hour by hour. Here's how things are going to play out. 5:30, we're at 40. We may even be a little bit colder by the time we get you towards 5:30 because those temperatures are dropping, and they are dropping quickly. By 8:30, we are at 30. A couple of snow showers and flurries will certainly be flying throughout the atmosphere. Just after midnight, we are down into the teens, and we're going all the way down to about 10 degrees overnight tonight. This is tomorrow morning with those temperatures showing up at 14 by 5:30, 11 by 8:30. Tomorrow's highs, though, with the strong northerly wind, we don't warm up much. 13 is about as good as it gets, and unfortunately, that comes with cloud cover. So typically I say that sunshine feels good on your skin. That's not going to be the case as we move into tomorrow, and then we start to clear out tomorrow night. We're down around 2 by the time you are waking up for your Christmas morning. Wind chills are going to be a thing as well. Wind chills by 6:30, so a couple hours from now, wind chills are going to be down around 20. We'll see our overnight wind chills going down to about 10 degrees below zero. Then tomorrow, we'll only see those wind chills still below zero in the peak heating of the afternoon. So that's showing you the cold that's actually coming in and settling in on top of us for the Christmas holiday. Now, we try to get a little bit milder into the weekend. Then early next week, another shot of cold comes our way. Then my eyes are peeled to what could be a major storm system that develops across the center part of the country. You don't always hear me say that this far out, but all signs are pointing towards something big in the upper Midwest as we round out the year. Light snow comes our direction on Sunday. At this point, all long-range models hint at something starting to arrive Tuesday, lingering through Thursday. They differ on placement, they differ on amount, but nonetheless, a storm system that could bring a little bit of everything: rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain, all to the table is what I'm watching by the time we get you towards next weekend. So that is something to truly be mindful of. The rest of your forecast, generally pretty quiet other than the light snowmakers out there. But once we get past the weekend, it is active tracking time from Sunday and into 2021.
All right, bundle up, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, 2020 was 2020 was a dark year, but even in a dark year, there are light moments.
CNN's Jeannie Mose looks back at the most memorable oddball occurrences of 2020.
2020 was a roller coaster year, and a roller coaster with more downs than ups. At Belmont Park near San Diego, the passengers were stuffed animals to lighten the mood during maintenance runs, since no humans were allowed due to COVID.
3, 2, 1.
The pandemic inspired ingenuity, be it the useless but satisfying mask launcher.
Oh my God!
Or the plastic hug time.
Oh, I love you.
That allowed a great-grandmother to hug her grandkids, featuring gloves normally used for examining the nether regions of livestock. Hormel tried to bring home the bacon with this marketing ploy, a mask with a scent of bacon. It was a year when weathermen and reporters got nabbed.
If it is successful, guys.
Very cool. Caught with their pants off, working from home. And a soap opera actor had to make out with a mannequin. The lack of play dates during the pandemic made for strange bedfellows. 2-year-old Theo Brady became inseparable from his bony buddy Benny, but Mom said after Halloween,
"We're gonna try to put him away."
Yeah, well, Benny's still there, though he did break in too. Fortunately, 6-month-old Rich Humphreys is intact after making news as one of the world's youngest water skiers. And magician David Blaine reached new heights.
Wow.
Suspended from 52 helium balloons at an altitude almost 5 miles up. He released, parachuting to Earth on a perfect touchdown. More of a fumble was this botched art restoration in Spain dubbed
The Potato Head of Valencia.
It's Mr. Potato Head. Animals were a scream in 2020. Chico the parrot at a zoo in England parroted Beyonce's hit. And if I were CNN's Joe Johns, I too may have tossed a step stool. After raccoons invaded the White House lawn, and despite traps, twice tried to join Joe for live shots, once even grabbing at his trouser leg.
Frickin' raccoons, man.
And there was the fly
Insult.
that invaded Vice President Pence's hair for 2 minutes during a debate. Pizza Groundhog hogged a slice in Philadelphia, while Pizza Rat Man entertained folks in New York. But what's more entertaining than a blooper?
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Yves Dubois may have blown the answer.
Spinach, Jerry.
But the fast food chain Popeyes gave her a $10,000 check because they said they thought her answer was right. It was our favorite game show blunder of 2020. A year when we could all have used a spinach pick-me-up. Jeannie Mose, CNN. New York.
What a year it's been.
It's crazy, crazy.
Chicken. All right, there's more to come at 4. Up next, we'll hear another tune from our dueling piano series.
And then coming up tonight at 5, online shopping has exploded this Christmas season thanks to the pandemic. But is the state getting some of that sales tax? We'll explain coming up at 5.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Thanks for waiting, kids. Go ahead, sis, I got it.
Hey, Mom.
Bye. Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it.
That's how strong my love is. That's how strong my love is. So much love, so much love. Oh, so much love.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget.
With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Santa knows a gift when he sees one. Ford, built for the holidays. Get Explorer with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Tonight at 5, the 115th Fighter Wing provides an update on this month's fatal F-16 crash in the Upper Peninsula.
Windy and much colder weather will sweep across Wisconsin tonight, dropping high temperatures into the teens for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Wind chills will also be below zero for much of the time. My holiday forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Wisconsin COVID-19 tracking app launches today across the state. We'll show you how it works coming up tonight at 6. This is a live look at downtown St. Paul, Minnesota, where a blizzard warning is now in effect. Wow, that does not look good.
We're thinking about all of our friends in Minnesota. All week, we've been hearing from viewers about how much you're enjoying our dueling piano series this week. We appreciate that.
Yeah, good news for you, too. We have 2 more songs to share. This afternoon, Jared Stellmacher from Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Madison and Verona is here.
And his musical partner, Ben Johnston-Uri from First Lutheran Church in Janesville, performed the classic Ring Christmas Bells. We'll wrap up our dueling piano series tomorrow. I hate to see it end, actually.
It's so beautiful.
But coming up today, it's time to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by, ready to take your calls. The number to call, 270-9933. There's Lisa. We'll get to your questions right after this.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more, the Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx.
4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. Jewelry gifts for all the special people on your list are at Diamond Select in Stoughton. Diamond studs are always a hit. Already have diamond studs? Get larger ones. Getting engaged this December? Diamond Select has stunning engagement rings ready to go in all the popular styles. With free gift wrapping, Christmas shopping at Diamond Select is easy in, easy out. Find budget-friendly stocking stuffers throughout the store. This Christmas, shop Diamond Select on Main Street in downtown Stoughton.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more, the Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2020 UX200 for $299 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Traffic-wise, things are still looking fairly smooth throughout Dane County on this Wednesday. A couple of slowdowns showing up in different spots on the Beltline, but there's nothing major that's going to slow you down for a long period of time. Traffic speeds in the Beltline all around 60 miles per hour, and if you're driving from University to Verona Road, that'll take you about 7 minutes. University all the way towards John Nolan and the interstate, that'll take you about 20 minutes. Guys?
All right, Chris, thank you. The Ford Motor Company wants to make sure you're distancing safely this holiday season, so naturally, they came up with an ugly Christmas sweater. Let me explain here. The Safe Distance Christmas Jumper projects the shape of a Christmas tree around you, creating a safe zone visible to others. It works using small projectors hidden inside the heinous-looking sweater, which is unfortunately only a prototype at this point. I don't know why Ford's involved, but they are.
Yeah. We'll have to get one for Lisa at some point. Speaking of, it's time to get your plant and gardening questions answered live.
The number to call, 270-9933, 270-9933. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by at home in front of your spectacular Christmas tree.
Yes, and I have never understood the ugly sweater phenomenon.
No, I haven't either.
Why you would intentionally wear something ugly is beyond me.
Well, maybe. I don't know. It's beyond me, too.
I just never got it.
So, Christmas is around the corner, and people like to keep their tree up longer, their wreaths up longer. Is there a way to keep them green?
Well, not so much the greens that are inside. To keep your Christmas tree green and longer, the best thing to do is to keep it watered. But for outside, a lot of people have done a lot of decorating outside. As you drive through, there seem to be lights and garland and wreaths up everywhere. There's a product called Wilt Proof, and actually it's an organic product, and it's a little bit waxy. And if you spray that on the greens that you have outside, whether your wreath or your garland or your pots, that will help keep the moisture in the needles. It kind of seals them up, and it'll keep them looking good way past the time when you should be taking them out, because it would be St. Patrick's Day or something. So it's a product that's meant to spray on living evergreens outside, like arborvitae or spruce, or broadleaf things like rhododendron and boxwood. It keeps them from respirating, so it keeps the leaves, those broadleaves, from drying out. But it's really good to use for decorations outside as well.
All right, how about other seasonal plants like the poinsettias and amaryllis?
Most of the, what we call our holiday plants, poinsettias, our amaryllis, Christmas cactus, are all sort of from warmer culture or climates, much warmer climates, Mexico, South Africa. So you really want to keep them in a warm spot. They like plenty of sun to do their best and hold their color, keep those blossoms or bracts colorful for a longer time. So the only exception would be cyclamen, and cyclamen are native to a more northern climate, so they like temperatures a little bit cooler. All of those things like bright light, and you want to let them dry between waterings, especially Christmas cactus.
All right, let's go
when they start falling apart, it's because they've been overwatered.
Let's go to Bonnie in Windsor. I think she has a question about this very thing. Hi, Bonnie.
Excellent.
Hi.
What's your question?
Oh, okay. Well, I was wondering, my leaves are all curling up. The colors are fading.
It's on her poinsettia plant.
On your poinsettia.
Plant, yeah.
Okay. Is it anywhere near a draft, Bonnie? That would be one thing to check. They don't like cool, drafty spots, so I would check that. Also, they'll keep their color better in a bright condition. But I would check watering too. Make sure that, especially if you have it in like a foil sleeve, if you got it from the garden center with that decorative foil or in a basket or something, that you're taking it out of that to water and letting it drain. A lot of times those things won't have holes in them, and water will sit in the bottom, and the poinsettia will just stay way too wet.
Okay.
All right, very good. Let's go to Steve in Madison. Hi, Steve. What's your question?
Yeah, I got some box elf, green velvet box elf, green velvet boxwood plants I just planted. And I'd like to know if I should cover them up for the winter or not, because I just planted them this year, and I want to make sure they survive so the bunnies don't eat them.
Well, the bunnies won't eat. They're not very tasty to bunnies. It's not one of their favorites. If they're in a spot where they're getting afternoon winter sun, I would put some kind of screen up. I don't necessarily know that I would wrap them up, but you could put some burlap and some stakes if you could get stakes in the ground, and you just want to keep the afternoon winter sun off of them. Also, we talked about the Wilt Proof earlier. That is an excellent product. You just wait for a day when it's 40 degrees or so and spray them down with the Wilt Proof, and that will make a big difference.
All right. John from Madison. Hi, what's your question, John?
Hi. We've got a miniature red maple, Japanese red maple, and this spring when it came out, the first ring of branches on the trunk are fine, and after that it's dead from there on up. I was wondering if I can just cut that off, and it'll spring up and move.
Yeah, by now you could. Japanese maples took a hit last winter. I lost a couple myself, and I always let them go till like July, because sometimes some buds will kind of pop out along those stems that look really dead. But by now, you can take that stuff out. I would leave anything that was growing and see what you can mess around with it and get it to come back. Otherwise, if it's really unsightly, you'll want to replace it.
All right, we are out of time. Thank you, everyone, for calling. Lisa, Merry Christmas to you and Harvey.
Merry Christmas to you guys, too.
We'll see you soon.
Good to see you, Lisa. See you soon.
Good to see you guys, too.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Dear Grandma, this year's going to be a special holiday. It will be different being so far away, but Mom says it will be better to be safe. So I'm sending your present in the mail. Stay safe, Grandma. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
There's always a way to make joy America, so it's time to get to it. And with the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're here to help. We're giving you the best deals of the season on the adventure-ready Ford Ranger and the Built Ford Tough Ford F-150 to help you make some extra joy this year. Because this season will be as bright as ever. Ford, Built for the Holidays. Now get the Built Ford Tough STX for just $299 a month during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
This holiday season, support our local businesses by using the Madison Magazine online Shop Local Holiday Gift Guide. Find the perfect gift locally with unique clothing, discounted gift cards, home decor, books, and more. Find it on MadisonMagazine.com today.
Dear Grandma, this year's gonna be a special holiday. It will be different being so far away, but Mom says it will be better to be safe. So I'm sending your present in the mail. Stay safe, Grandma. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
2020 has been a year unlike any other.
And as we navigate the holidays, we hope you find joy and comfort
in the smiles of loved ones and the laughter you share.
In the tastes, smells, and sounds that kindle warm memories.
And in cherished family traditions, both old and new.
Here's to those who can't be with us. And until we can be together again, wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season from all of us at News 3 Now.
42 degrees right now. Temperatures actively dropping. Winds are getting ready to change direction and pick up as well. 37 in Boscoville. Mineral Point coming in at 36. Viroqua has dropped below freezing. They're at 31. Same for our friends over in Prairie du Chien. Meanwhile, Janesville comes in at 50. Kenosha at 57. Here's how it's going to play out. 13 your high tomorrow, 2 as we wake up on Christmas morning. And I'm watching Sunday evening into Monday for a chance for some light snow. Then again from Tuesday night through Thursday into Friday, we could have a long duration system that impacts parts of the upper Midwest. And the way the models are tracking that right now, we could be talking snow around here from Tuesday night through early Friday morning. Still a lot of time, but we're going to watch that closely.
All right, Chris, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before, Dr. Zorba Pastor has all the latest COVID news. Plus, we'll wrap up our Sounds of the Season with dueling pianos, perfect for Christmas Eve. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.